Welcome to Blazing Baseball, May 10th, 2024. We blaze through today's baseball topics, and we are Astros, Yankees, and Marlins fans. And,
And Texas Longhorns.
oh yeah, starting in a couple minutes, we got the Astros at the Tigers, and the Yanks will be starting in 12 minutes.
Go Yanks.
Yes. Go Yanks, go Stros yesterday.
Yep. Stros beat the Yanks yesterday.
Yep. Also,
4-3.
Yep. The D-backs beat the Reds 5-4. The Twins beat the Mariners 11-1. The Rockies beat the Giants 9-1. The White Sox beat the Guardians 3-2. The Brewers beat the Cards 7-1, and the Royals beat the Angels 10-4. And then, there actually is no game live currently right now, but later today we got also the Cubs at Pirates, the D-backs at Orioles, the Twins at Blue Jays, the Braves at Mets, the Phillies at Marlins, the Nats at Bum Sox, the Guardians at White Sox, the Cards at Brewers, the Rangers at Rockies, the Royals at Angels, the Dodgers at Padres, the A's at Mariners, and the Reds at Giants.
It's at Giants. Okay. So the Astros bounced back and beat the Yankees in the Bronx 4-3 last night. It was a good game. Astros had 11 hits. Yankees had 6 hits. Both teams had 2 home runs. It's kind of interesting. For the Yankees, Volpe and Judgy hit a home run that was 483 feet. It was a bomb. And then Alvarez and Singleton, the 2 big guys on the Stros, hit home runs to win the game. The winning pitcher was Blanco. He's 4-0 on the season now. He's got a 2.23 earned run average. Stroman got the loss for the Yanks. He's 2-2 with a 3.80 earned run average. And Hader got his save, the 4th of the season for the Astros. Stroman went 5 2/3 innings, and he gave up 4 earned runs. He had 5 strikeouts. And then Blanco for the Astros went 5 2/3 innings. He gave up 4 hits and 2 earned runs, and he had 5 strikeouts. His ERA is 2.23. Then Abreu, Presley, and Hader came in, and Hader got the save. Okay, Hader's pretty good. He's got 4 saves this season, and there were 38,095 fans at Yankee Stadium where the Astros bounced back and knocked the Yankees out in the last game of the series. 4-3. Yankees are 25-14, second place in the AL East now. They got pushed out of first by the Birds, and the Astros are 13-24, fifth place in the AL West. But they're both at it again tonight.
Mm-hmm. So also big MLB news while this loads. Sorry for mispronouncing any names on this podcast. Paul Skeens called up to MLB. There's a big Jeff Passan article about it from ESPN entitled "Inside the Pirates' Decision," and so I've seen him on the Pat McAfee show recently, and yeah, he just seems to be a beast on the mound.
He's huge.
It sounds like he should have been called up earlier. He was, I believe, in their first round of the draft. He was drafted. And they're talking about him right now on Pat McAfee show with an insider right now. And because of this, and dude, he's saying that he's throwing a new pitch called the Splinter.
Oh, I like it.
He's in the AAA, and he made up a new one, and they're calling it the Splinkler.
Splinker.
The Splinker.
The Splinker. Yeah, I love it.
Something like a cross between I'm not even sure. A cross between some kind of pitches.
A sinker
and a splitter.
And a slider.
There you go.
That's right. Sinker and a slider.
So that's exciting.
That's fun. He looks like he's a nice kid. He looks like he's tall. He must be like 6'8" or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's quite the tall person.
Yeah. So it seems like the Pirates might have an ace now, and the Pirates are looking good this year, and so the Pirates, they might be a threat even further down in the season, possibly. But
we'll check
see.
the standings, see where they are right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we'll do that later in the podcast. And so, yes, starting a few minutes ago, we got the Astros and the Tigers up now. We got Tucker. And pitching for Detroit is Mize.
Tucker's up, and there's a man on first base. No outs.
Mm-hmm. And, excuse me, Mize has a 3.98 ERA. Pitching for the Astros is Valdez with a 3.97 ERA. Up first for the Astros is Altuve at second base, batting 327. And then Tucker at right field, batting 268. And then Alvarez at left field, batting 245. And then Pena at shortstop, batting 333. And Singleton at first base, batting 239. And then Bregman at third base, batting 198. And then Diaz at DH, batting 273. And then Caratini at catcher, batting 239. And then Myers at center field, batting 250. Up first for the Tigers is Ibanez at second base, batting 342. And then Verling at third base, batting 282. And then Canna at DH, batting 248. And then Green at left field, batting 254. And then Torkelson at first base, batting 221. And then Perez at center field, batting 286. And then Valade at right field, batting 400. And then Baez at shortstop, batting 176. And then Rogers at catcher, batting 187.
Tucker just walked that. Astros have first and second base, no outs.
Heck yeah.
That's off to a good start. Alvarez is up.
Yes.
Smack one.
Oh, yeah. And also on the Pat McAfee show, which has been discussed for some time now, which we haven't even brought up yet, but the whole Shohei Ohtani interpreter thing is crazy. And it's just a good story of not to rip people off. Because the guy is now he has to pay back the millions he stole, and he's going to be in some facing jail time too.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, and
Ohtani's amazing.
Yeah.
He's leading the league. We'll look at the stats later.
Yeah, so the most the most current one from ESPN is on this article on it is from Paula Levine, and the title is Ohtani's ex-interpreter Ipe Mizara to plead guilty to bank tax fraud. And then so Ipe Mizara agreed Wednesday to plead guilty to federal charges of felony bank fraud and submitting a false tax return after authorities found he stole nearly $17 million from Los Angeles Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani in order to pay off gambling debts to an illegal sports book.
Oh, boy.
Mizuhara, 39, who has been Ohtani's longtime interpreter, is expected to enter his guilty plea in the coming weeks. His arraignment is scheduled for Tuesday in the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California. The sentencing date has not been set. The total maximum sentence Mizuhara could receive for both crimes would be 33 years imprisonment and fines of $1.25 million. But in exchange for his plea outlined in the agreement released Wednesday, prosecutors would recommend a reduced sentence. The plea agreement says Mizuhara will be required to pay full reinstitution or $16,975,010 to Ohtani. Mizuhara's attorney declined to comment. The spokesperson for Ohtani declined to comment, as did the Dodgers. Federal authorities filed the complaint against Mizuhara on April 11th, just 3 weeks after an ESPN investigation detailing wire transfers of $500,000 from Ohtani's bank account to the bookmaking operation. Mizuhara initially told ESPN that Ohtani had sent the money to help him pay his debts, but later changed his story to say Ohtani had no knowledge of his gambling or the wire transfers. Ohtani's attorneys alleged the slugger had been the victim of a massive theft.
Yeah. That's too bad, because he was his interpreter. He was, I thought that was a positive thing,
Mm-hmm.
That's a shame he took advantage of him. And that's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
For anybody.
Yes.
And that's too bad.
Yes, it goes on to say the extent of this defendant's deception and theft is massive. The United States attorney Martin Estrada said in a news release he took advantage of his position of trust to take advantage of Mr. Otani and fuel dangerous gambling habits. Also, in the statement, IRS Criminal Investigation Special Agent in charge Tyler Hatcher said Mr. Mizuhara exploited his relationship with Mr. Otani to bankroll his own irresponsibility. The documents filed Wednesday further detailed a relationship of trust in which Otani, who does not speak English, relied on his Japanese interpreter to help him with everything from answering questions at news conferences and transacting with financial advisors and sports agents to opening bank accounts.
Yep.
Well, he knows a little bit of English, but
Not
I guess
much, not enough.
Not enough for that.
Yeah.
Mizuhara began placing bets with an illegal bookmaker in September 2021. And as his losses quickly mounted, he began to exploit his access to Otani's financial accounts to pay off his debts. The agreement detailed Mizuhara's transfers of Otani's money to the bookmaker's associates as one $40,010 transfer in November 2021, one $300,000 transfer in February 2022, 36 transfers totaling $15 million from February 2022 to October 2023, and 3 transfers totaling $1.25 million from December 23 to January 24. Mizuhara took many steps to deceive Otani, including changing contact information on the baseball players' bank accounts so communication would come to Mizuhara. He even impersonated Otani on the phone with calls to the bank, which he did at least 24 times, according to the plea agreements. And one such attempt on February 2nd, 2022, Mizuhara called a representative of a bank referred to as Bank A for help getting a wire transfer for what Mizuhara said was a car loan, and verified the transaction with a 6-digit code sent via text message, which went to Mizuhara's phone, as he had already changed the information on the accounts. In September 2023, Mizuhara told Otani he needed $60,000 for dental work, which Otani arranged to give him via a check drawn from a business account. However, Mizuhara pocketed that money and instead uses Otani's debit card to pay the $60,000 dental bill. The agreement also states that Mizuhara filed a false tax return for tax year 2022, noting multiple inaccuracies, such as failing to report $4.1 million according to the plea agreement. For that, he owes an additional $1.15 million in taxes. So, yeah, like he took advantage of his position, and he'll never be in that position ever again.
No.
And yeah,
that's for sure.
And yeah, if he just didn't do that, he could still be his interpreter.
Yeah, it's a shame.
That's a good job, I would assume.
Yeah, for sure. That's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
It's too bad. Otani's still great though.
Yeah.
We'll check his stats after we get done. But
mm-hmm.
get us going here for the Yanks. The game just came on.
Yes, yes. So pitching for the Rays is Bradley, and he has no ERA right now. He's brand new here. And then pitching for the Yanks is Schmidt. He has a 3.5 ERA. Pitching for the Yanks, up first for the Yanks is Volpe, a shortstop, batting .257.
Mm-hmm.
He's up right now.
Yep.
And then Soto at right field, batting .333. And then Judge at center field, batting .236. And then Verdugo at left field, batting .258. And then Stanton at DH, batting .220. And then Rizzo at first base, batting .259. And then Torres at second base, batting .215. And then Trevino at catcher, batting .277. And then Berti at third base, batting .269. At first for the Rays is Diaz at first base, batting .228. And then Arozarena at left field, batting .147. And then Lowe at right field, batting .300. And then Paredes at third base, batting .300. And then Ramirez at DH, batting .291. And then DeLuca at center field, batting .350. And then Palacios at second base, batting .280. And then Caballero at shortstop, batting .254. And then Jackson at catcher, batting .125.
Okay. Volpe's at the plate. The count is 2-2. And there's a mound visit. Okay. A mound visit quick.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to see what Otani's batting. Hitting.
Oh, you got to hit that.
Right there. Otani is batting number 1 in the league with a 355 batting average. He's got a 678 slugging percentage, and his OPS is 1,103. Whew. He's doing a great job. Soto for the Yanks is 4th. He's batting 333. That's pretty good. Tucker is 9th. Says he's batting 268 on an average, but his OPS is 946. Okay, there's some good batting going on there. That's fun. But Otani didn't miss a stride. He's the number 1 batter in the league.
Yeah.
Yep. So it didn't affect him bad. So that's a really good thing.
Yeah, in the AL East, the Orioles are in first. Yanks are half a game back, followed by the Bum Sox, Rays, Blue Jays. In the AL, the Guardians are in first. Second is Twins and Royals at 1.5 game back, followed by the Tigers and White Sox. In the AL, the Rangers are in first, followed by the Mariners, 1.5 game back. Astros are in last, 8 games back.
8 games. Okay.
Oh, and then after the Mariners is the A's and Angels, and then the Astros. In the NL East, the Phillies are in first, followed by the Braves by 2, followed by the Nats, Mets, Marlins. In the NL Central, the Brewers are first, half a game back are the Cubs, and then there's also the Pirates, Reds, and Cards after that. In the NL West, the Dodgers are in first, and the Padres are 6.5 games back, and then after them, they got the D-backs, Giants, and Rockies. Any other baseball topics you want to go over today?
The Longhorns are playing against the University of Central Florida at 5 o'clock. Game started here in Orlando, Florida. Okay. And so they're going live now, and they're playing again on Saturday at 5 and Sunday at 12. Go Longhorns.
Yes. Go Longhorns. And it looks like it's tied 1-1.
1-1. Okay.
And we'll catch you here on Blazing Balls in a minute, blazing through today's other sports ball topics. Peace.